The U.S. Air Force has released details of the live-fire test of the Rusty Dagger, one of two new missiles being developed under Extended Range Attack Munitions (ERAM) program. It was stated that on January 21st, the Air Force conducted a warhead test of the new standoff cruise missile. The trial took place at Eglin Air Force Base and brought together multiple stakeholders, including the Air Force Lifecycle Management Center's Armament Directorate, the 96th Test Wing, and several industry collaborators. According to the Air Force, the event achieved all key test goals, most notably the successful functioning and detonation of the missile's live warhead. Engineers at Eglin gathered extensive performance data during the event, which will be used to continue refining and advancing the ERAM design toward operational maturity. While the official Air Force release did not explicitly identify the weapon as the Rusty Dagger, imagery released alongside the announcement leaves little doubt about its identity. A sequence of photographs shows the missile descending almost vertically toward a stationary target before the warhead detonates on impact. The service has not disclosed which aircraft or platform was used to launch the missile during the demonstration. Separately, Zone 5 Technologies, the developer of the Rusty Dagger, publicly acknowledged the successful test through a post on its LinkedIn page, reinforcing the significance of the milestone and confirming industry involvement in the event. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Rusty Dagger could be U.S. Air Force's go-to weapon. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. For decades, the U.S. military emphasized exquisite capabilities, highly advanced systems with exceptional performance, but often at very high cost. While such weapons remain essential, recent conflicts have underscored a parallel truth. Wars consume munitions rapidly. Adversaries with large target sets and hardened infrastructure require repeated strikes, not just a handful of precision attacks. ERAM's emphasis on affordability addresses this challenge directly. A missile that is accurate, long-range, and significantly cheaper than legacy cruise missiles allows commanders to employ mass without breaking the budget or exhausting limited inventories. In a prolonged conflict, the ability to sustain strike operations may be just as decisive as cutting-edge technology. This is where ERAM comes in. The ERAM is an air-launched cruise missile that is designed to allow the Air Force to strike high-value fixed targets from standoff range with precision guidance at an affordable cost. The U.S. Air Force awarded ERAM contracts in October 2024 to small firms of Zone 5 Technologies and Co-Aspire. Two distinct ERAM designs are being produced, each originating from the non-traditional defense firms. Remarkably, both designs completed their initial flight tests roughly 4 months later, an unusually rapid timeline by traditional acquisition standards. The effort is funded at approximately $225 million and is overseen by the Air Force Lifecycle Management Center's Armament Directorate. ERAM concept occupies a middle ground between a conventional cruise missile and a powered precision-guided bomb. The weapon should be designed to deliver a warhead weighing about 500 pounds, 230 kilograms, while reaching targets at distances approaching 280 miles, 450 kilometers. Performance targets call for high subsonic flight, with speeds no lower than roughly 430 miles per hour, 690 kilometers per hour, enabling rapid engagement from standoff ranges while maintaining relatively compact size and cost efficiency. Zone 5 describes Rusty Dagger as an open weapon platform, emphasizing modularity and adaptability across multiple launch platforms. The missile features a pyro-free engine start, reducing integration complexity and handling risks, and supports a variety of launch options. Company specifications cite a range exceeding 575 miles or 926 kilometers at high subsonic speeds, supported by autonomous terrain-following navigation. In the terminal phase, the weapon executes tactical maneuvers before delivering a high-energy, precision strike. The U.S. Air Force wants ERAMs to be quickly built to bolster its ability to deter enemies. Brigadier General Robert Lyons III, the Air Force's weapons portfolio acquisition executive, said in a January 30 statement, "Moving from a contract to a live-fire demonstration in under 2 years proves we can deliver lethal, cost-effective capability at the speed of relevance. This is how we rebuild our military, by empowering our teams and industry partners to cut through bureaucracy and deliver the tools our warfighters need to prevail." Brigadier General Mark Massaro, commander of the 96th, said, "The future fight demands we create an asymmetric advantage by developing cost-effective, attritable systems like ERAM that give commanders the ability to generate mass. This test is a critical milestone on this path." Interestingly, the U.S. Department of State approved a possible foreign military sale, FMS, of as many as 3,350 ERAM missiles to Ukraine on August 28. In addition to the missiles, the FMS includes up to 3,350 embedded GPS-INS modules. It may also include selective availability anti-spoofing modules able to access more precise and encrypted Y-code or M-code GPS signals. Ancillary items such as missile containers, launch pylons, spares, support, software, and training will also be included. Funding for the purchase is being provided by Denmark, the Netherlands, and Norway, and foreign military financing from the United States. The U.S. Department of Defense's DoD's Defense Security Cooperation Agency said in the notice announcing the FMS, "The ERAM is an example of working together with our NATO allies to develop a capable and scalable system capable of being delivered on a fast timeline." Future wars against peer or near-peer adversaries will almost certainly take place inside dense anti-access area denial, A2AD, environments. Advanced integrated air defense systems, long-range surface-to-air missiles, and fighter patrols are designed to keep U.S. aircraft far from defended targets. In such conditions, penetrating directly over heavily defended territory becomes increasingly risky, even for stealth platforms. Standoff weapons, like Rusty Dagger, allow aircraft to remain outside the most dangerous threat envelopes while still holding critical targets at risk. By extending the reach of bombers and strike aircraft, Rusty Dagger preserves combat power, reduces attrition, and complicates enemy defense planning. In practical terms, it keeps U.S. air power relevant even when air superiority is contested or delayed. Another aspect is that one of the missiles shouldn't be too costly or not too complex to build, since a lot of them may need to be deployed in a high-end modern conflict. Replenishment of stocks shouldn't be financially untenable, and production timelines shouldn't be unviable. Viewers may note in this regard that Russia at one point had shortage of long-range missiles and had to start using Iranian-origin Shahed-1 36 kamikaze drones, which it rebranded as Garand-2. Rusty Dagger's characteristics align closely with the U.S. Air Force's vision for ERAM as a flexible, rapidly fielded standoff weapon for future conflicts. With this, the U.S. Air Force will be able to generate the mass required to saturate enemy defenses.